Good day everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kaylin and this is Foundation First. At Foundation First we are education about education. You are a teacher, whether you are a parent or just anyone who wants to learn more about how children grow and develop. Today I'm going to be talking about how to encourage play in a modern household. Now, firstly, I want to talk about what I mean by a modern household. There are many houses and homes of different shapes and sizes across the world. But when I talk specifically about a modern household, we are talking about what houses are slowly becoming over time. Development companies are prioritizing how much they can put on land as opposed to the use of the land. So very often, children might not have a garden to play with. They might not have a lot of space. They might be growing up in an informal settlement where they don't have access to a wide range of opportunities and toys. Very often, their caregivers will be full-time workers, meaning that they can't be watched 100% of the time. And that's the reality that we're living with at the moment. So, today I'm going to be talking about 5 ways that we can encourage play in a modern household. Have open-ended play. Open-ended play is very important to child development and it's very important in a small house. Open-ended play is something that doesn't have an end. It doesn't have a intention like a game of Scrabble. A game of Scrabble has rules and these are the rules and this is how we win. Where open-ended play, especially for young children, means that there are endless amounts of possibilities. This can be in the form of building blocks such as Lego, wooden block, and many more. Number 1, collecting your recycled materials from food packaging, etc. This can be used in construction. Children can make things out of it, use their imagination, and be able to use glue and scissors and paint to be able to create something new. And this is not something that you need a lot of space for. It is important in a modern household to utilize the space as much as possible. Very often people don't have a lot of spaces in their homes, and that's just the reality. Does it mean that children can't play? No. It means we use what we can, and there's so many opportunities out there. Another one is Play-Doh. Children love Play-Doh, and it is a great opportunity for them to build their fine motor skills, to build out their creativity, and just have fun. It is endless. And you can make your own. You don't need to spend a lot of money on buying Play-Doh that's from the store. It's really not necessary. You can make it from food that you can find in your cupboard. I'll link a recipe down below. Another way that you can provide play for children is providing art activities. It doesn't have to be paint. I know, paint can be very messy and it's very often avoided. Doesn't mean we shouldn't do it, and we can do it. We need to provide children opportunities to paint. But in a modern household, it doesn't necessarily have to be paint. What you can do is provide children with drawing materials and paper. This can be leftover scrap paper that you used at work or collected from people in the apartment complex or from your community. Another thing that you can put out for children to play with during this time is scissors and magazines. Children can cut things out, they can stick it in, and they can create so many different things. Something that my children in my class do often is they'll make many different objects just out of paper. I have seen children make bags, make jewelry, make hats, make so many things, and this is completely unprescribed. This is me putting paper on a table, putting coloring pencils, some scissors and some glue there for them to just enjoy. And this they came up purely on their own. This is not directed and guided by a teacher. There is room for that, for sure, but it's literally there for the children to enjoy. I know sometimes mess can get uncomfortable, but this is what children have to go through. We can encourage them to pick up after themselves and make it their responsibility to do so, but mess is going to happen. But it's important just for us as parents and adults to teach children how to pick up after themselves. It doesn't have to be your responsibility. Number 4. Bring your children along for practical activities. In Montessori, they speak about practical life activities. This may be cleaning, this may be cooking, this may be folding laundry. Bring your children along to join you in your activities. Whether you're cooking, bring them along. Show them what you're doing. Ask them to count how many spoons of sugar you're putting in. Ask them to try do it themselves. get your child to crack the egg into the mixture. It's going to be challenging at first, but guide them. This is an opportunity to create quality time with your children while they're learning many different skills that are just preparing them for their future. And guess what? They love it. 1, they love spending time with you, and 2, they love learning. And this gets them excited to carry on. And last but not least, providing children with sensory play opportunities. This again is also open-ended. This is something that you can use food ingredients like flour, like uncooked rice. I mean, if you really want, you can use cooked rice if you really want. Just let your children play in it. They love it. And if they don't love it, then encourage them to touch it a little bit more, because that's a sign that they need a little bit more opportunities to touch something a little bit different. When doing this, you can take a tray, lay it out flat for the children, and you can add so many different things along with it. You can add toy cars if you take sand from outside. You can take rocks and add it to it too, and you can add grass, and you can add different things to give it a theme. Children love this type of play, and they can go on and on for so long. Also, another sensory activity would be taking a tub and filling it with water and letting your child play with it. I know children will probably make a mess and will make it wet, but if you have a patio or if you put a towel down under it, this will soak up the spilt water, and you can have expectations with everything that you do. And say to your child, you are welcome to enjoy playing with this water, but the expectation is that you keep all the water inside of the tub. This way, it doesn't make a big mess and doesn't mess up the furniture, or we don't want to end up slipping because we need to be safe. Explain to your children why this is the reason. This encourages better buy-in from them because they understand why, and then it's not just an abstract reasoning because this is what we say so. Remember, a child's mind is not an adult mind, but it is our responsibility as adults to provide the why for them. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for joining me today. Remember to like this video, to comment down below if you have any questions to build up on. If you have other ways that you provide play to your children in a modern household, then please comment down below. We would love to learn more about what we can provide our children in the society we live in today. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one. Remember your why in everything that you do, and in that case, remember, foundation first.